Today we're rating AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. The cards are ready. My coffee's ready. Now are you ready? Let's get into it. The Satyr Wolf Breaker. This is a 3-mana 0/3 Shade Elf. Very, very shady indeed. And when this creature enters, sacrifice it unless you sacrifice 3 or more other creatures. Good God. We're starting off really heavy on the bad side, like borderline unplayable. I guess this is, if you don't have a sack outlet, this is going to help sacrifice everything for you anyway. It's pretty insane though. We have to sacrifice 3 things just to have a 0/3, which, by the way, you can even get that for 1 mana these days. I don't have to spend 3 mana to have a 0/3. Is there any way we can donate this into play under an opponent's control? I don't think so. As being like we'd probably spend like a ton of cards. We'd probably spend a ton of cards to do it in the first place. It breaks your own wolves. It does. Oh yeah, I guess so. That's the whole point. We're gonna break up our own wolves. If we somehow have too many wolves in play, made too many wolf tokens, this is gonna do it. It's an Egyptian. Oh, right. You have to sacrifice 3 or what is it? Tribute a bunch of stuff in play to get. You tribute a bunch of stuff in play, and as a result, you can cast the card. It's a little bit different though. We're not sacrificing these wolves to cast the card. We're sacrificing them when it enters the battlefield. This card throws all of the wolves out of the yard. Not bring them to the yard. Also, if you donate it, they can just sacrifice it. It'll do absolutely nothing if you donate it. Super hot steaming trash. And then Dimitri, who has let's just say very tasteful design, says, man, that's like me designing an LEA card, the Satyr Wolfbreaker. If you designed a card that had only 1 sentence, this could be it. He won't be breaking much with that 0 power. Oh, no, he'll be breaking your chances of winning the game. That's what's going to happen. Break your spirit, break break your wallet for entering the tournament. Yeah, this is okay, it's doable. That's all we're judging it on. I wouldn't draft the card. It would be a last pick at the very least. At least it gives you the option to sacrifice more than 3 if you want. There might be some situation where like you get damage equal to the number of creatures you have in play, so it's like a way of getting rid of your creatures or filling your graveyard. Something like that, or rather. Okay, remember, as all AI shows, we have a bingo card that we got to fill out, and I know you people, the coffee crew, the Zybra Nation loves the bingo cards. So take a screenshot of this, and as we, you could say this is a play to lose card. This really isn't playing to win whatsoever. All right, so we already got play to lose on the board. There is a bingo card. We're already on our way. Okay, we're gonna move on to the Sude Cake. This is a 2-mana enchantment. Commutative upkeep, pay 1 life. Whenever you discard a face, this card, instead of putting it anywhere else, sort of fell off the rails there at the end. Definitely fell off the rails over there. It could have been interesting because, face could be, for example, a new creature type. A face, yeah, like basically a new... I guess it's a card. It could be a card. It could be an artifact. Like an artifact face. Because this is what you're... That sounds like unexplored territory. Like someone puts on a mask and they get the abilities of like maybe that mask. It sounds like an equipment. It's like artifact, equipment, face, to some degree. Yeah, I guess it did give up halfway. We actually have a intelligible sentence here. Intelligible sentence halfway through and then dies. Usually it needs to be longer, but I can buy this. There was at least a second paragraph to be done. Where is it? Gave up halfway. Do we have a gave up halfway on this show? I don't see it, actually. Usually, oh, here we go. Card gave up halfway. Damn! I was so curious to know what a face card would be and what it could do. Maybe we're gonna get like more of it later. We're not gonna judge the grammar on gibberish. A lot of this stuff is bad grammar, or complete downright useless grammar. We're only going to count it when they tried, when they actually tried. They didn't try over here. No trying necessary. Gives new meaning to the face down permanent. Oh, you're right. 100% face down. Will Anderson, how do you feel about the rate that Wizards is churning out powerful new sets? I mean, they were always churning out powerful new sets. The only difference is now they invade the 60 card formats, and like, I couldn't pay attention to them like, I don't know, 7 years ago, and not much has changed since. I don't really pay attention to spoiler season very much. All right, this card is unintelligible trash. To the garbage. Okay, next up, we got the Wall of Pointy. All right, don't be... If you're going to lay down on this wall, do it carefully, do it slowly, and it is possible. But don't run into it. It's a 3-mana equipment artifact. Equipped creature gets +1/+0 and has first strike. Okay, that's actually flavorful. And remove any number of times it may play one of those creatures. All right. Well, no, we didn't make it. We didn't make it. We did make it to. I think it actually is flavorful that a board full of nails would have first strike. I think that's the whole idea of like a lot of the creatures with swords. Because they can reach you before they reach you. You know what I mean? That's the whole point of it. No, it's not absolute nonsense. It's partial nonsense. It's partial truth, too. We do have an equip for 2. I know you need and existence with no one coming. That sounds very deep. Too deep for me to understand personally. All right, it makes no sense. To your rank with this one. Not everything can go to the printer. Remove any number of times sounds like a wacky turn skip card. Old boy says, those must be some awful long nails then. Well, based on the picture, not really. they're actually pretty short. So you wield a plank board with nails. Yes! Imagine that in the world of Magic the Gathering, which, by the way, I think is within their universe. I mean, this is not some high-tech technology. I mean, they definitely have, like... wooden boards. They've got hammers. They've got nails. This is definitely within the realm of technology within Magic the Gathering. They should make something. Board with nail attached to it. Deadly weapon. It's probably more deadly if it was only one nail. This is a board with many nails. Yeah, exactly. Bed of nails. All right. Trash. Junk. Garbage. Board it. Okay, we got the Steel Drake. This is a 4-mana 5/4 Vampire Wizard. Are there any Vampire Wizards? I feel like that's a unique creature type. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or suspect. Oops, that's the wrong sound. I meant to this one. If you do, draw 4 cards. How does... is that a real mechanic? I feel that sounds like a real mechanic. Suspect MTG mechanic. What happens when you suspect something? Cards may suspect a creature, after which it is suspected. It gains menace and loses the ability to block. Oh my god! So, okay, we do have to attack here. That is important. This card has Summoning Sickness, and when we attack, you may sacrifice another creature, or... well, I mean, suspecting is just better. And what, we have to suspect another creature? Can we suspect the same creature? Cards may suspect a creature. Sounds like we can suspect the Steel Drake. So what, like when I attack, I can give the Steel Drake my 4/4 creature menace, and it loses the ability to block. And I draw 4 cards. You know what? It's very... I wouldn't say it's downright broken. I mean, it's broken as far as regular Magic cards go. Suspect is a mechanic, but it's for creatures and makes them not be able to block. But it sounds like they also gain menace. There are 15 Vampire Wizards according to Scryfall. Thank you very much, Bill. I really appreciate that. Clearing that up for us. The suspect part doesn't matter. All suspects are creatures anyway. Huh? This definitely fits learn grammar. Whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another creature or suspect. If you do, draw 4. I don't understand why. I mean, I think it means suspected creature, but it's close enough to be a real card. I'm not familiar enough with the suspect mechanic to know. This is a draft bomb. Bandit Keith, this might be just a regular bomb. This is a 4-mana 5/4 that can draw 4 cards every single time it attacks. That's insane. That is insane. Like, imagine a control deck getting a hold of this card. Every control deck would play this thing. There is no ETB, so there is this small window to wipe it out, but it's only small. And like, especially in black, they're gonna play Duress, Thoughtseize, Inquisition of Codes. Like, they'll know what's in your hand. They'll get rid of all the removal cards, and this thing's gonna take over super fast. Okay, Suspect gives something menace but cannot block. Yeah, okay, so that makes sense to me. So it's like sacrifice another creature, or I guess it was supposed to be suspect a creature. Could it sacrifice itself if it became a suspect? I don't think you have to sacrifice itself if you don't want to. It says sacrifice another creature or suspect. It also says another creature, so you're not actually allowed to sack your own Steel Drake, even if you wanted to. Okay, Nick says, people are confusing as to whether or not this is simply including suspected creatures in the list of creatures that can be sacrificed, or if suspecting a creature is an alternative to sacrificing. I think, well, from how I'm interpreting this, this is an alternative to sacrificing. So you either sack another creature or you suspect another creature, and then if you do either of those things, you're cashing in, baby. We're making bank. We make it 4 cards is 4 cards. If it's suspected, you can't sack itself. This would be better than basically every rare in the limited format it's in. Yeah, basically. But it but it doesn't matter for this one. All right, this card. Okay, technically it doesn't work because I don't know. Can stuff suspect a creature? Is that real? Like, are there cards out there like attack, suspect a creature or some crap like that? I don't know how the suspect mechanic works. Welcome, Fireburn. We need more EVs in the house. Right, but it doesn't say another suspect, so you should be able to sack itself if it becomes a suspect. No, it very specifically says you may sacrifice another creature. You will under no circumstances would you be allowed to sacrifice the Steel Drake. Yes, there are cards that ETB and suspect. Okay, this card works then. It's good enough for me. Moving on. Crazy power crap card, but... Okay, next up we got the Thunderhood the Grace. This is a 3-mana instant. Untap all creatures target opponent controls. Those creatures gain protection from each color until end of turn. What's a little bit of healthcare going in the opponent's direction? Someone coming out to attack them, you might be to their rescue. Will says it's a completely useless card. No, this is a very commander-like card. Big-time commander card. So if everyone... So let's actually say... Let's say one of your enemies is attacking another one of your enemies. But maybe the enemy of your enemy is your friend. You can use Thunderhood the Grace to untap all their creatures, gain protection from basically everything, and they can gang block the player with, like, I don't know, the biggest threat at the table, basically. Oh, it's a super team-up card. Absolutely. Breaks their enchantments and targeting combos. That's also true, actually. Yeah, a very lesser-known rule within Magic is that if there is an aura on somebody's creature and it gains protection from the color of that aura, the aura falls off. It's not intuitive. It doesn't make any sense, but it hit me like a bag of rocks when it happened to me for the first time. Yeah, it's a big political card. Could blow out the combat-focused player. Absolutely. Or you combo with Split Up. I don't know that card. We have Flex Chad. The shadow from your hair on your forehead giving the boy who lived vibes. Have no idea who that is. But I hope those vibes are good. Dimitri says, I need to clarify for the last card posting during Thunderhood the Grace for a suspect to exist. You need to either this creature becomes suspected or suspect a target. It was good enough for me. It made enough sense. But thanks for letting us know, Dimitri. Oh, that would be funny to counter a Voltron player. I'm gonna learn all these people soon because I'm going to be playing my first CEDH tournament at the end of the month. Playing in the Fusion Open. My first CEDH tournament. It's free too, which is good. I like free, especially when I'm playing something for the first time. Oh yeah, Lord Magicus, huge fan of the Legend of Zelda music. What deck are you playing? Either I'm going to be throwing with Svelun, or I'm going to be playing a really budget Urza deck. But I'm going to try to get that Urza deck ready. Okay, Cliff also says, and doesn't protect from colorless and artifacts. That's true. Yeah, I mean, when you have protection from a color, you're not going to get protection from the artifacts. I don't think there's much to say. I think this card, it's Zybers. We have Zybers on our bingo card? There's Chaos Ensues. There might not be Zyber. Oh, it's Zybers! All right, it does Zyber. Fantastic. Okay, moving on. We got the mighty Mon-Fri Vitality. This is a 4-mana sorcery. Destroy target land an opponent controls. Its controller creates a 1/1 green squirrel creature token. That's very little. It's like you blew up the land. Oh my god, there was a squirrel in here the entire time. I mean, that, logically that makes a lot of sense. If you blow up a land, like, all the animals inside, they're going to start scattering out of it. If anything, it should create a lot more 1/1s than this. And it's flashback of 7 mana. Bingo alert, cute art. You know what? This will pass the cute art. This, for once, the cute art is actually cute. Where's our cute art thing on the bingo card? Cute art. Cute enough, at least. Too expensive? It's 2 cards in 1. What do you want around here, okay? It got flashback. And also land destruction already under a lot of heat. People hate land destruction. Don't touch my lands. This feels like a scratch from Ice Age reference. Oh, the movie, not the Magic set. A bit unrelated, but I somehow always remember Urza is like a 5-mana 2/4. Nope. Urza is a 1/4 for 4 mana. Turns all artifacts into Mox Sapphires. Oh, no love for this card. This is just so horrible. Wow, nobody likes land destruction for 4 mana. It's 2 and 1. I mean, it is expensive. I bet it would see play in pre-modern, which me and one other person in the room probably plays. All right, it is doable. We'll just put it like that. Hawkball is probably the objective best Merfolk commander. Yeah, I like my mono blue stuff. I also like winning. I don't know if Hawkball has any infinite combos. I heard in CEDH, you gotta infinite combo. You don't have infinite combos? Well, you can F off. Okay, we have Soulthorn Starfish. It's a 2-mana 1/1 human wizard. Tap counter. I love it. Yes. Oh my god, it's broken actually. This is borderline. If for a 1/1, it might be fair actually. You can overload this card, so the first thing that tries to kill it will get counterspelled. It's like a 2-for-1 machine. It's also not even guaranteed to live to the next turn. A card like this is going to be just attack relentlessly. The first thing people will do after this thing resolves is they are going to kill it. They're gonna go after it with everything, every nuclear weapon possible. Yeah, here's one for my CEDH deck. Well, maybe. I suppose so. There we go. Some people are on my side. We have videos like, print it, ship the damn thing. Is this a Yu-Gi-Oh card? The Silthorn Starfish? Give heat, proof, and indestructible. Wait, yeah, well, that's the thing. Then now you make it broken, Come on, this is an AI-generated card. It's not a custom Magic the Gathering card. In the custom world, yeah, they'll give it, like, Ward 5, Hexproof, Shroud, Indestructible. Whenever it's targeted by a spell, or if it somehow gets targeted by a spell or ability, phase it out. All that other stuff. I'm impressed at how good and bad it is. I would say there's no downside to this card, except that it's a really fragile creature for 2 mana. Not everyone is Winter Fox. Not everyone is Winter Fox. The art isn't even AI generated though, which is cool. Oh yeah, I mean, on this show there's a variety of like some really random art, but also actual real art. And I would say actually the art is leaning more real these days. People are getting a little bit more intentional with the art. I like how the starfish is a human wizard. See, it is. You know what? When you're a wizard, you can be anything you want in this world. All right. There's no limits to what you can be. You originally were a human wizard, but then you can spend the rest of your days as an octopus. Or a starfish. Anything you want. Super telegraphed counterspell with summoning sickness, dying to everything seems enough of a downside. I agree. I completely agree. And I would say this card gets a pass. I wonder what the reaction to the world would be if they printed this, though. It's definitely... Oh, it's such a... It would never be played on turn 2 either, by the way. I don't think a single control deck or any deck that played this would play it on turn 2. It would be something you play, like, way later in the game when you get a sense that your opponent is exhausted of spells. And for the most part, I think it's just a 2-for-1 machine. Because let's say you resolve this damn thing and someone has a removal spell a few turns later. Then they just have to wait until they have 2 removal spells, or they can bait this card by playing a creature and then killing it afterwards. This would be amazing to watch pre-release season. I bet a lot of people would be frustrated by this card. I mean, the only downside of this card, it's this super feel-bad card. Who likes trying to plow through counter spells? Like, basically nobody. Which is really funny. If you kill something with Doomblade, that's fine. If you counter something with counterspell, no, that's evil. You're being super, super evil with that. It's a very psychological thing. It was a card for a card. Although I admit, you lose your ETBs if it doesn't get countered. Oh, sorry, if it does get countered. Every deck would be aggro with this in the meta. I don't think so. You just need a good chunk of removal. Remember, it has summoning sickness. You can't counter instantly, so you get a good window. This music takes me back. Takes you back to a time we didn't have to worry about bills or work or anything, frankly. The only thing you had to fear was a few hours of school. It's technically a flipped Arreo. Yes, except you don't have to tap it. So this card is worse than Commander. With Arreo, it counters everybody's first spell. This can only counter 1 spell per rotation. Okay, we're all in agreement. Well, some of us think we hate it, some of us love it, and I don't think it's broken. This would be a very frustrating card to play against. Okay, next up is Keldoran Riven Rich. This a 2-mana 1/1 zombie wizard with Quelch for 3 mana. Gonna Quelch something. When this creature dies, attach it to this creature. It's a paradox. When I die, where do I go? Apparently, I attach to myself. That's where I go. Can I warn myself of my demise? Maybe it's possible. Maybe it's not. Okay, it's also for 2 mana. Untap, sacrifice all creatures just to proliferate. What am I even proliferating at this point? No, I mean, I guess this last ability is fine if you're playing in a artifact or enchantments matters deck, or just a deck that doesn't have many creatures, because it said you untap and sack all your creatures. Okay, that's big deal. It's the only creature in play. Didn't say you had to have many in the first place. Is today Wizards Day? There's plenty of... Yeah, there's a lot of wizards. A lot of wizards. The AI loves wizards. Quelch 3, broken. If only we knew what that even did. It's Quelch all the way down. Sacrifice your opponent's creatures too? Sacrifice all creatures. Oh! Is this a board wipe? Sacrifice... I think you're right. Yeah, I think that's how it's interpreted. Like, normally they would just say sacrifice all creatures you control. Instead, we're sacking all the creatures. It's a very unusual cost. Okay, this all of a sudden this is crazy. Maybe crazy broken. So basically, for 2 mana, we can wipe the board on turn 3. And like so you have to untap it, but it's no problem. You just declare attack with this thing, and then while you're attacking, regardless how your opponent wants to block, you untap it and pay 2 mana. And oops, we got Dick Dirio here. This card is broken. Broken means does not work, but Quelch is up anyway. The card, oh yeah, the card doesn't work at all. We don't know what Quelch is. Quelch real? I doubt it. So I mean, we got to disqualify this card because when this creature dies, you can't attach it to itself. It's having a mental crisis right now. It's looking at itself with the 5th dimension, 6th dimension. What's the dimension you look at yourself? The 4th? No, I can't remember. Or the 2nd dimension? Maybe it's the second dimension. Yeah, the second dimension. It's funny that no one talks about the second dimension. It's a very underrated dimension. When it dies, it loses its sense of self. Okay, quelch, subtract, squash equals quelch. That you're, maybe that's the case. All right, get it out of here. Even if you could attach it to itself, it wouldn't do anything. I know. It's just there for, I don't know, a level of comfort. Valiant Ill Striker, 4 mana, 5/5 Elemental Shaman. With Menace. When Valiant Ill Striker enters the battlefield, sacrifice 2 creatures. We're sacking so many creatures today. The next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. Okay, that's fine, I guess. Destroy target enchantment. That is a cost. We are destroying an enchantment as a cost for, what is it? Return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Why? So it's like, are we blinking enchantments here? Almost a totally normal card. Not really. Yeah, destroy as a cost. And it sounds like we're blinking the thing because it's still referencing that enchantment. Return that card to the battlefield. For once, it actually feels like we know what they're talking about. There's so many AI cards that are like, return that card to the battlefield under its owner's control. Like, what card? Are we referencing something here? No, we actually are destroying an enchantment at the very least. ETB enchantments for free. You heard of blink. Well, have you heard of blow up and come back? Blow up, yeah, reanimate blink basically. And it's not once per turn. So I mean, go infinite, people. So I guess does that make it broken? How do you break this card? What is like the most broken enchantment? I mean, I guess any enchantment that draws a card draws your entire deck. Come on, the first 2 paragraphs make sense. The last one is the only weird one. Oh yeah, it's totally fine. I understand it. Yeah, infinite free blinks. That's broken with any enchantment with an ETB. Not any enchantment. An enchantment that draws cards. Some ETBs are worthless. Well, I shouldn't say they're all worthless. Anything that makes tokens on enter. Well, you wouldn't win the game instantly. You'd need to give them haste, right? And that would be like a 2-card combo. Anyway. Do costs include targets even work within the rules? I don't know. You know, this is no man's land here. This is completely unknown territory. This is too cheap for its power scale. It literally costs 4 mana. I'll admit it's on the cheap side. Sagas with read ahead. Yeah. Sagas with read ahead. Aren't there a lot of enchantment creatures that draw when they enter? Absolutely. I think there's a lot of enchantments that just draw. Like imagine Up the Beanstalk, right? Up the Beanstalk also does this. Also, I think triggers when Valiant Ill Striker is cast. So it probably is just it's too broken. Yeah, we're gonna say we'll say it's busted. Also, there is a world where you could kill somebody else with this card. If someone has an enchantment in play where like they had to pay life when it entered the battlefield, that might do it too. Could also make everything enchantments and sack and return Portal to Phyrexis. Ooh, that's a good one. Shieldred, a ton of other stuff that makes opponents sack on entry. End the game for them. End instantly. Mentioning Up the Beanstalk just gave post-traumatic stress disorder for some people. Some people are just trying to put that card behind them. All right, we're going to look at more AI-generated Magic the Gathering cards. But you know what we also have to look at? We also have to look at FusionGamingOnline.com, today's sponsor, like every other day. But also my favorite sponsor, the Fusion Gaming Open. I'm going to be there August 30th to 31st. On the 30th, I'm going to play Modern. 31st, I'm playing my first EDH tournament. In fact, I might even be playing that would also be the first time I'm playing EDH with like random people outside of like my own commander group. I have no idea what's going to happen. I'm a blue player. They're going to hate me. Also, you can pre-order your Marvel Spider-Man cards, Final Fantasy. And also Edge of Eternity's cards. Also, deal of the week this week, 15% off all Streets of New Capenna singles, which sounds great, but it's going to get even greater when I tell you you can use coupon code Nikachu at checkout for 5% off all your purchases, and it supports the channel. And I'm definitely going to have to use that coupon code to make my Urza CEDH deck. We're also going to thank Mana Traders, the premier place to rent Magic cards online, which I'm probably... You can play EDH online. You can play CEDH. And what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to practice a little bit of EDH with Urza, but on Magic Online. And because of Mana Traders, you can rent any deck, any format you want, and customize the deck and change it up as much time as you want because you're renting the cards with Mana Traders. You can support the channel using my Mana Traders link in the description below, or save 40% cash back on your 3rd month subscription using coupon code Nikachu_JTD. And we're going back to AI cards. Crazy AI cards. Benovsky is really behind on this stream. Suspect is anyone that has committed a crime. Oh no, that might be recent. Not if Disney destroys Marvel first. Well, that's up to them. They own they own the intellectual property, or they have some partial ownership. Okay, Rire of the Heed. This is a 3-mana artifact. Pay 4, tap target creature. If it, exile it instead. Well, we almost got there. Close, but no donut. So it was basically a really clunky, it was a really clunky, bad, icy manipulator. I'm just so curious. If it what? How do we exile it? If it. It's like if it exists. What's that philosophical quote? I think, therefore I am. If it, I am. I think, therefore, if it. If it is the new if it danger. Maybe. Yeah, if it, they couldn't repeat it twice. It is. If it is. And then exile it instead. More like I see it, no more manipulator. Actually, you probably could just ignore the second half. Probably. The first half is the most relevant out of it. Oh yeah, Stephen King Universes Beyond. Yeah, that's right. The clown. Did he make it the clown? Yeah, if it's a clown, exile it instead. You don't tap that thing. You're not afraid of the clown. I'm going to interpret it as the movie It. Finally, clown removal. Do we have? There's clowns in this game, aren't there? Because of those stupid unset things. If not, nothing. Well, I mean, if not, then you just tap the creature. Even if it just exiles always, this card still kind of sucks. It's okay. I mean, it's not great. It's like a pretty good draft card for the most part. Hate card for Jolly Blue Man. Yeah, that's right. Okay, if we interpret it as that, like it is a clown sort of card type, then sure, this works. Otherwise, it doesn't. No, it's terrible. It's 7 mana. Yeah, but you exile the creature, and then you can exile more creatures. Look, you got to play this in your in artifact decks that have tons of mana. They're playing Mana Crypt and Grim Monolith and Basalt Monolith and Voltaic Key. To them, it's nothing. They got mana coming out of everything. They basically have mana diarrhea. Okay, next up we have Stepper Dettel. This is a 2-mana 3/3 Phyrexian Holdor Wizard. It's a blue tap target permanent that's attacking. Okay. So what? It has to be double attacking, and also it's useless. No, it's still useless. Like it's not. We can't prevent them from attacking. They're attacking us anyway. All of a sudden, we're just going to be tapping them. In case I lose attacking? Yeah, I suppose so. If that makes any sense. Just in case I lose that, we have that. So we have double abilities. Taps taps Vigilant. What is he going to do? What for? That's the yeah, take that, Vigilance. But they're still attacking you. So basically how it works is like, okay, I attack with my attacking vigilance creature, and then the stepper doodle says like, hold on a second, I'm gonna tap you. And then the attacking vigilance creature is like, well, I'm still attacking. Like, it doesn't matter. You didn't do anything. No, it's not good against vigilance. I mean, they can't block. That's the extent of it. Like, they're not gonna block next turn. This seems perfect for a Holdor deck. Never heard of it. I'll put this in Holdor. What the hell is Holdor? Kid named attacking. That's tap target permanent. That's attacking. You're looking too deep into this. Duskmorn gave us 3 clowns for reference. Oh, thanks for letting us know. Cliff, this is mostly a nothing burger, but it's a 3/3 for 2, I guess. No, it's a 3/3 that literally. Okay, I guess yeah, it's fine. It's a legal card. We can tap permanence. We can tap vigilance permanence. We can tap Sarah Angel finally. It's the most useless card ever. I guess you can put in another wizard deck. We have another wizard. Next up, we've got Swerpian Velmal Arch. This is a 6-mana instant. Target creature you control has pain. It is in pain. Just letting them know. I don't know what to say about this card. The card does nothing. And it's only a target creature I'm in control of. Yes, Tiger's like, same bro. Me too. We're all in the same boat here. What kind of monster? Suffer you. This is for people who hate creatures. Pain sounds like a mechanic Wizards of the Coast would come up with. Wonder what that would do. It's like, I guess pain would be something like, like target creature can't attack, and then has cumulative upkeep of like deal 1 damage to this creature. Some crap like that. Sounds fascinating. Pain is less than wanker cramps. What? Damage is not removed at the cleanup steps. Ooh, that's fascinating. That's a great idea. Very, very unset sounding. Isn't pain casting something Rakdos does? Probably. Well, green is close enough to that color pie. It's not like this was given in white. Put X. Pain X. This creature always has X damage marked on it. Nikachu, vote squirrels or get kicked in the nuts. What? There's no squirrels even on this image. This card does nothing. Absolutely nothing. Oh my god! Someone took their cat and put it on one of the cards. Okay, we have got Nar Bassin, a snake cat. No snake on this, though. You know, it doesn't even... It's sort of... I want to say this is some sort of other creature mixed with a cat. It's like, it's not fully cat here. It's a 2-mana 1/1 Goblin Artificer. Goblins you control and creatures you control have haste. That's fine. Whenever an opponent casts a spell, this creature deals 2 damage to that player. This card is absolutely sick. This card is actually just insane. Clearly a goblin. It's a very furry goblin. A lemur cat, maybe? Oh, yeah. You know what? That's exactly what I was thinking of. It looked like a lemur mixed with a cat. Yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking of. Death Goblin voter. Well, this is actually pretty... It is really strong. This is a 2-mana 1/1. It's funny. Goblins you control and creatures you control. As if the goblins aren't creatures. Like, come on, Bassin Snake Cat. Look, goblins are creatures too. All cats are goblins at heart. Only my goblins and creatures? I feel like this should be... maybe because of the goblin thing. There's not a lot of... Oh, I was about to say, there's no such thing as a green goblin, but like, hey, the Spider-Man set would say otherwise. for any of the Marvel fans out there. This is Dimitri says this is surprisingly is really hard to work with goblins since it's green and not red. No, I don't think it's that hard actually. Goblin decks actually can splash green, so it's not that big of a deal, especially since it's an adjacent color with red. It doesn't say green goblins or in green creatures you control have haste. It's just like any creatures have haste. And this other ability is insane. Whenever an opponent just casts a spell, it deals 2 damage to that player. This is Eidolon of the Great Revel with upside. In fact, I actually think Burn would play this card in all formats. Every single format. Just dump the goblins and go mono green with this. I think you can splash red with this. Sorry, you splash green with this in a red deck. It's only it's the easiest goblin to cast. It's like with just 1 green, big deal. Bingo alert, Death Goblin Voter. Is that even on? Is that on the bingo card? That's really specific. It is. There is Death Goblin Voter on this thing. Oh my god. I'd play this as a commander for mono green aggro. Oh my god. This looks like such a taxing card. I mean, it might actually bring balance to the format for all those decks that are trying to spew a bunch of spells at once. It'd be so unfair though, because this is completely one-sided. It's weirdishly balanced since it's legendary. That's true, so you can't have more than 1 in play. It's a fascinating card. Have we ever got to the second ability because it's even more broken? No, yeah, we're talking about the second ability right now. I think it'd be fascinating to balance EDH in the sense that like any decks trying to combo off through multiple spells or loops by playing multiple spells, or any loop that required casting spells over and over again through infinite mana would get answered by this. You just can't do that. At common, it would define the limited metagame. Oh, also, it hits flashback, hits everything. If an opponent plays something that's not a land, or an ability, I would say, then it just smacks them for 2 damage. 2 damage adds up a lot. Big time. Just notice that the spell doesn't have to target anything. Yeah, just any spells. Any spells. You play a creature, you play Ragavan, take 2. And enjoy it. You play Lotus Petal, take another 2. Mox Diamond, Chromox, Soul Ring. Just don't cast, spam abilities. If you play a deck like that, that's fantastic. The very fascinating card. This is really cool. Hopefully it's not too broken. We've got the Big Googer. Or Gugar. It's a 6-mana 2/2 human monk. Big Gugar enters the battlefield tapped. Big Gugar don't have no cards in hand. The hell does what does that mean?
No, God, please no.
They stole me. The shinobi choked their appreciation vol. We are allowed, but the monster is so realized a powerful monk. Gatha of the day have the spawn of the sky hunted magic. The art is hilarious. The art is it don't have no cards in hand. What the hell does that mean? It don't. He doesn't have any cards. The double negative is worth the extra cost. Oh yeah, he don't. But it didn't say he don't. He don't have no cards, no hand. And it's like do with a T at the end. If don't is meant to be don't, that's a double negative. So what is this supposed to be? It's do'n't. I do'n't have no cards in hand. I think it's a do. I think it's like an extra expressive of do. You want that to be, you know what? We might as well put that as the learn grammar card. If there's a learn grammar card. Is there one? Because the AI's grammar is never good in the first place. You win the game. No, the grammar. Oh, there we do have one. Okay, we got one for bad grammar. He do not have cards. He has cards in hand, but he pretending not. Look at the table. No, this guy has cards. Oh, these cards are actually floating, I think. Big Gugar, don't like your suggestion. He don't know grammar, probably. For that cost, I think it meant to say the opponent hand size is limited to 0. That's a bit of a stretch. I have no idea what this card was meant to say. He don't have no cards. Nothing. Don't have no cards. Let's try to remember that one. That sounds like a classic. Okay, we have Obelisk of Gil. This is a red instant. Choose one. Obelisk of Gil deals 4 damage to any target. Prevent the next 2 damage that would be dealt this turn to any number of targets divided as you choose. You lose the game. Okay, guys, you know what? This game's gone on long enough. I need an out here. I'm gonna play my Obelisk of Gil. And imagine somebody counterspells this. That would be such a feel bad. Imagine you're in a play group where you're not allowed to resign. You actually have to die naturally. Better Bolt, Healing Salve, Side Grade, and a mode for when your opponent has Mind Slaver. Maybe, yeah. Hive Mind, 3rd vote. Yeah, the I'm done card. I'm gonna peace out of this game. Everyone else can just duke it out. This is lose the... Yeah, we already used the lose the game bingo. We already tried to lose the game. This one would lose the game even more. You won't let me live. You won't let me die. Who chooses at Hive Mind? The player. I'm pretty sure the player. That's a good question. I actually don't know. I would assume the players choose. Yeah, Millmaster, you don't lose the game. Thanks so much, Millmaster. With that donation, we'll take a look at another card at the end of the show. It dangerous since it's a better lightning bolt. Okay, that's a good question. So we have a red instant. Deals 4 damage to any target. Oh yeah. So it's like Healing Salve and Power Crept Lightning Bolt, but it's legal. All the abilities are completely legal in here. I wonder Lightning Bolt is a good card. It's not a broken card. Would this break red? Just adding that 1 extra damage to it. Well, I'm gonna try to remember. Have no cards. So whenever there's a card that's like make your opponent discard your hand, or you have to discard everything that you have, we got to remember we don't have no cards. How many people on Arena would accidentally misclick and lose the game? Good question. That'd be such a feel bad. 4 lightning bolts plus 4 of this equals 28 damage. It's a lot of damage. You can almost kill an opponent with 4 of this in a 60 card format. Yeah, almost. Almost is 4 horseshoes. All right, it's a legal card. Probably a danger though. There's a little bit of danger. It's very strong. Okay, the Hand of Councils. This is a 2 mana Aura Curse. This is an enchant creature. At the beginning of your upkeep, if this aura is on the battlefield, sacrifice this aura. So at the beginning of your upkeep, if this aura is on the battlefield, it's gone. So we get this for what, 1 turn? When you sacrifice this aura, return target non-token creature to its owner's hand. That's interesting. It actually does something. So it's like a really slow bounce spell. So we enchant a creature, we sack it next turn, return target non-token creature to it's just a weird boomerang. Super delayed boomerang. It's like a boomerang with a fuse. You light it up and go boing. A curse enchanting a creature. Yep. Black bounce on delay, super delay. And not only that. Oh no, wait a minute. Actually, you can also interact with it, right? Because if you kill the creature, then you won't end up sacrificing the aura. I mean, the aura will go to the graveyard, but it didn't get sacrificed. Or actually, someone correct me if I'm wrong. What if you kill a creature and it has an aura on it, what is technically happening to the aura? Is it sacrificed or is it just going to the graveyard? I don't know how to call that. Bingo, functional draft chaff. Absolutely. Super functional draft chaff. Just goes to the graveyard. There's no name for this. Cool. It dies? No, the creature dies. The aura does not die. It is put into its owner's graveyard as a state-based action. It's garbage, ship it! To the garbage heavens, to this card. Bless it. And all of the other garbage cards that go to heaven. And James M. This is one of like 20 cards in the whole game that triggers on sacrifice. Interesting. Unexplored design space. Ooh, the name sounds like an epic commander in the making here. We have Heck Z, Bow of Ancient. This is a 5-mana 3/3 cat wizard with vigilance. Tap, add 5 mana in any combination of colors. Spend this mana only to cast creature spells. So it's like, it's a super mana dork. It's, I mean, it's insane. 5 mana, any colors. And you can attack with it too. You can get in for beats, and then, because that's vigilance. And then, oh, you know what would beat this card? You know what would beat this card? That stupid tapper. Where's the tap? There we go. Oh, no, but it's only... Oh, no, it's not attacking. Where is it? No, I think that was that it? It's not... Okay, unfortunately, this card is not attacking. It's just attacking. It cost 5 and had to get back to your turn. Yeah, very fair. Crazy that this almost isn't too strong now. It has vigilance, so you won't tap for mana. No, you will. You attack first, and then your second main phase, you tap it for mana. Just make sure that the road is clear, otherwise someone might block it and kill it. Oh, that's so true, actually, Mappius. Shame it's a mono black as a commander, though. So this is better, actually, in the 99 in a 5-color deck, which is also awkward because it's triple black. Because, like, the whole 5-mana in a combination of colors is basically redundant, right? Oh, okay. Actually, do you know what? I have a question for everyone because I don't know the answer to this. If I'm playing Commander and I have this as a commander, can I still add the colors? Can I still add like red, green, black, blue, and red or white? Just for the sake of like cards like Engineered Explosives, for example, or any artifacts that would get a benefit from playing extra colors. Yeah, I can. Okay, so it has some utility because you could use this for the sunburst effects of cards. Not to mention that I think there's a lot of other effects that care about the color. So I'm not gonna say it's big. I wouldn't say it's worth making your commander, but it's not completely useless. You can get mana of any color in commander. I couldn't remember. I couldn't remember if the rules were like really harsh. Like if you add X number of mana, it has to be within the color identity, or if maybe that used to be a rule. I'm not sure. Because like, some rules in Commander are not really intuitive to me. I can't play Kitchen Finks in my mono green deck. What's wrong? What's wrong with Kitchen Finks? It's green. This is the replacement for Vivi when Vivi gets banned. Just can't put stuff in deck. Yeah, what you do in the game doesn't matter. Okay, cool. Okay, this is a cool card. You might even say it's Zybers. You might. Okay, the of the Moray. This is a 5-mana 6/6 aura. Death Touch and Vigilance. Whenever this creature attacks, return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to your hand. Fascinating. I bounce your creature, and also I bounce a creature from my graveyard back to hand. As Death Touch. This is a sick card. It's very strong. It doesn't have any ETB though, so you have one turn before it wrecks you. X equals 100,000. Doesn't matter. It's basically return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. So the X is redundant. No value for X. Well, when it's no value for X, you get to choose the value. So in this case, it's like anything. Yeah, the fabled X. Still searching for that X. I would also like to use the previous card to tap this creature when it attacks. Do we have something about X's in here? Oh, here we go. Undefined X, as usual. That's why we define it. Blast Offer likes this card. Super Zybers. Fixed version would say X equals mana value of permanent returned with the ability. Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe. I don't think it's crazy to say that it just returns a creature back to your, like, returns any creature from the graveyard back to your hand. Video says, interesting that the AI always uses X, not Y or Z. Because X is the most popular. They only reach for Y and Z in Magic the Gathering when X is already being used. So if you need, so if there's a second variable, then they stretch to Y. Millmaster said 2 decades ago, Commander had a rule. A deck may not generate mana outside of its colors. If an effect would generate mana of an illegal color, it generates colorless mana instead. Oh, yeah. Okay, you know what? I think I knew that. But, like, these days they got rid of it for whatever reason. Not that I care. And it's confused me. I'm not that engaged enough with the format to know what the rules are. Last Offer says, I petitioned to uncross that bingo spot. This X is not technically undefined. Well, what is it defining? Sheev Lord says, I've only seen Y and Z being used in an unset card. I want to say there's one card that uses Y. I want to say, I just don't know what it is. Couldn't tell you. You define it, so it's valid. Well, I mean, I feel like we're defining it because we have to. I have a fireball that has Y and X on it. Oh, like old-fashioned fireball, way back in the day. Y and Z are literally only on the ultimate nightmare of the Wizards of the Coast customer service. Is it? Okay. And maybe some really old unerrated cards. But here it makes sense. How? Return target creature card with mana value X or less from your graveyard to your hand. It basically is just, nothing is different if you just say return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. It's completely redundant because they didn't define it. Stop sabotaging the bingo. No, Y is used in Phyrexian Ingester. There we go. I want to say there is at least one, but I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna give this the thumbs up. It's a doable card. Okay, Pira Angel. This is a 0 mana 1/1 human pirate. Choose Cart. Was it Carton? Was it Carnot? Choose Carnot instead, and 6. Other red instance, and only if dealt excess, the first in turns or during your main phase. This is what happens when your brain's on drugs, kids. You can see the reasoning melting in real time. Gave up instantly. Okay, that was Chaos Ensues. That's right. That was Chaos Ensues. Yeah, I was drunk. Unbelievably drunk. I can't read this card. No, you can. You just can't understand it. You can't comprehend the massive big brain of the AI. It's an enchantment creature version of Memnite, at least. That is true, actually. That is at the very least that we have over here. So we have, instead of the artifact version, we have the enchantment version. We have the enchantment players out here. I would play this in an Enchantress deck because it's a free enchantment. That's right. I guess it's free card draw. You know what? You could actually argue this is broken. Enchantress having access to a 0-mana enchantment, because you could play what, Enchantress's Presence or whatever. What was the 2-mana? It's a 2-mana enchantment creature, and you follow that up with Enchantress, and then you just play a 0-mana 1/1, draw 2 cards. Well, it's not an Ornithopter. Ornithopter is a 0/2 flyer. This thing's more of a Mem Knight. Which cards vote for Sprout again? Probably house animals. Sprout was a dog. So probably like a house cat. Maybe a budgie. Stuff like that. I cast red in 7. No, you choose 6. Okay, anyway, it's completely unintelligible. There's words on there. We can't ignore them. I would like to ignore them, but we can't. Okay, we got one super chat today from Millmaster. Thank you so much for your super chat. And with that super chat, we look at another card. We got Steope Steps, a 3-mana enchantment. Tap players, phase out, then roll that many piles. How do we phase out? Where do we go? Finally, we're actually going to see what happens when those creatures phase out. What did they see when they phase out? Well, we're about to find out. Player's a card. Yeah, I get. Yes, I suppose. I guess the player is a card. Where's player? Player is a card. Well, no. We'll see something. Players get up and leave. What if I don't want to roll the pile? Yeah, I forgot what then roll that many piles. It's a very strange thing too. We don't roll piles. We deal them out. Roll that many piles. What are we, farmers managing the hay bales? Useless card. Dr. Nemo. One more, please. You got it. You got it, buddy. Okay, we got the Fu Loi Caught the World. It's a 4-mana 1/1 goblin. Whenever you cast this spell from your hand, exile it. Put it into your hand, then shuffle. It never goes anywhere. This literally does. Is there anything called a cast trigger? Is there anything that like breaks cast triggers? This is the only thing it can do. It's sort of recursive. It's a shuffle effect. Okay, so what does this card do? It's never going to hit the battlefield. It's going to get exiled, then it goes right back to your hand. We get to shuffle our deck. Why it shuffle? Well, to deck manipulation. If we see there's only garbage cards on top, then you can shuffle them away. The goblin that deals 2 damage. No, but we can't. That was only if the opponent casts cards. Us casting a card doesn't do anything. Okay, Blast Offer says this goes infinite with cast triggers and new Avatar Aang and Master of Elements. Okay. So we have a combo card here. 4-mana to shuffle the deck. It combos, I think, with Up the Beanstalk. That's a 4-mana draw card. Which, I mean, if you're empty-handed, is not bad. If you can cast it from some other place, it's a 4-mana 1/1. Well, it goes back to your hand. So you cast the spell, it gets exiled, then put it back into your hand, then shuffle. If you cast it from some other place, it's a 4-mana. Combos with Nikachu's brother. The other card let us put a card to the battlefield from the graveyard, didn't it? Maybe. Isn't Beanstalk on ETB? Oh, maybe you're right. Maybe I forgot how the card works. Okay, Beans is 5. Beans is 5 CMC or more. Oh, was it? Was it? What? Okay, well, I should trust all of you. Up the Beanstalk. 2-mana enchantment. When Up the Beanstalk enters the battlefield, and whenever you cast, it is on cast, but it has to be mana value 5 or higher. Okay, it was a lot higher than I thought it was. Way higher than I thought it was. Beans is an ETB. Yeah. Well, I mean, I was thinking about. I knew it was a cat. Well, I thought it was a cast trigger, but I didn't know it was on 5. Okay, so this card don't work. It doesn't work with Beans. The Endstone draws a card on cast. Okay. If only self-exiles, if cast from your hand. Cast from... Oh, that's actually a good... Oh, I see. So whenever you cast a spell from your hand... Oh, I see. I understand. So you want to cast it from your graveyard or from exile, and that's how you get into play. I don't think that's the point of the card, though. I think the purpose of this card is that you have this repeatable, random thing that you can cast with in order to do something. Shuffle your library or whatever. So I would say it's doable. It's totally fine. You know, so long as you play this card, you will never don't have no cards in your hand. Okay? That'll never happen. All right, that's it for today. Thanks everyone for showing up. I really appreciate it. Hope everyone had some fun with the janky AI generated cards. And as usual, we do this show 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. Be there or be square. Also, thanks everyone who supports the show. If you're a patron on Patreon, a member on YouTube, or you super chat to be part of the show, or even super chat so other people are part of the show, of course. Thanks so much everyone for being here today, for joining us for the discussion. People like Steve Cooper, Blast Off, or Oh Boy, Crowcore Games, the ghost of Thomas Jenkins. I'm just here for the lull. This is Nightmare Incarnation, isn't it? Sagacious. We have Fidio, Dinglebag, Kano, Old Boy, Mappius, Aaron. We got William. We got Herc, Dirk, Bandit Keith. I think I got you, Crowcore Games. Kirk Black, Dr. Nemo, Blast Offer, Nocturnal, Sakai. So as usual, my coffee crew and Zyber Nation, keep brewing those coffees, and we will keep brewing up the magic. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you at the next cup.